It is time once again for all things Retro Tech 120p challenging. You know, where you put 20p in an arcade machine and you see how far you can get, even though 20p's no longer exist. That's right, the 20p you have in your pocket no longer exists. Well, it does. The machines don't. They do. What a weird start. Anyway, hello, welcome to this, where we are once again playing a spaceship shoot-'em-up thing for about the 958th week in a row. I'm terrible at these, and so I should feature very low in the reckoning, I reckon, this week. So yes, it's Saint Dragon, a game I always confused with that one where you had the little fella riding a dragon. But a similar premise in the fact it involves dragons and firing breath at people. I like that little robot panther there. It looks a bit like Ravage from Transformers, and who doesn't like him? Actually, it all looks a bit like like some sort of Yes album cover, this game. It was created by Jaleco in 1989, with a few conversions, including a quite impressive ZX Spectrum one from memory by the Sales Curve the year later in 1990. Although if you listen to people such as Your Sinclair, you wouldn't know, because although they gave it quite a high score back in its heyday, which was an 80%, I think when it was initially released, they then knocked it down to 29% when it was released as a budget game, which is quite the fall from grace. And I think a controversial journalist, Stuart Campbell, decided that it played like shite. But actually, you know what? It did play a bit like shite. However, it was quite an impressive technical feat for the time, what they did with that conversion. So what is an okay arcade shooter? This it's got the look of like an Atari ST or an Amiga shooter, as Real Generic Demon commented today. He said it looks like that, and I can see where he's coming from. It has got that look of a sort of a Euro shooter, even though it was obviously made by Jaleco, a Japanese company. So yeah, it was converted to all the home computers, as I say, by Sales Curve, but it also came out on the PC Engine as well. I don't know if it came out on the Mega Drive or the Super Nintendo. I don't think it did. I think it was PC Engine sort of thing, because that was like the big battery farm for space shooters. That was the old PC Engine, a machine that we should all love in retrospect, even though a lot of us didn't play it. The floor in this game is a bastard. The hit collision on the floor is a little bit ropey, but apart from that, it's good. You can use the tail as a shield, which is a neat little concept. I think I quite like that. That kind of thing made out of balls look of the sprite is usually reserved for the bosses of games of the era, and that's my first continue done, because I'm shite at Saint Dragon. So I think it's probably time to talk about the thing that probably, no doubt, a lot of you try and hope doesn't come up, but some of you may come here specifically for, that being the genital fact of the week. Now, how do you do a genital fact of the week about dragons which aren't real? Well, I will tell you this. I'm going to do it about the sex toy industry, because there is a company called Bad Dragon that produces a thing called Dragon Dildos. Dragon Dildos are large sex toys that resemble a theoretical phallus belonging to the fantasy reptilian dragon. So yes, you can buy a dildo in the shape of a dragon's penis, even though dragons don't exist. Now, they are made by, as I say, a company called Bad Dragon, and they've been producing them since 2008. As I fight this bullock. Maybe I should have gone with bullocks, so to speak. So yes, each of the dildos has a name. You could buy a dildo called Clayton the Earth Dragon. You could buy Winston's Tail, Bruiser the Fusion, Crackers the Cockatrice, among many, many others. They all look very large and veritably uncomfortable, and there are certain videos featuring said dildos on certain adult entertainment video sites if you so wish to see one in action. And who wouldn't? Yes, they also make, the same company also makes them in a variety of other animal shapes, both real and mythical. But yeah, they're for the furry crowd who, you know, they are who they are. They're into what they would want, and as long as they don't do it to real animals, let them be. I guess. And yeah, so you can even get ones that belch out the old child milk. Yes, you can get ejaculating dragon dildos should you wish to pretend you've been impregnated by who's that one that sits on the gold? You know, him from Lord of the Rings, Smaug. If you want to pretend that Smaug's got you pregnant, you know, a lot of people like things with wealth and power. So if you want to pretend you've been impregnated by him, you can. And that is the end of the video. Probably a good time to end it. Okay, thanks, bye.